Welcome to Stepping Stones. How are all of you? I hope you are well. I am now in Nebraska. How many of you have been to Nebraska? How many of you know that Nebraska exists? You may be wondering, earlier I was sharing with you from Colorado, now Nebraska. What am I up to? When I was living in Bharat, in India, I came to realize the most important things in my life are rooted in Bharat. My religion, my value system, my parents, my wife. But that requires one to really get to know Bharat or India, to have this understanding of how important these roots are. And that's why, since December of 2011, I've tried to bring those born in Canada and America to India for a yatra. And this is expanded to Sri Lanka and Tibet and America. A yatra in English would be a pilgrimage. It's a way where you engage in simple living for high thinking. I'm sitting with 25 young adults. Most are born in America, then Canada, a few from outside this range. And for lunch, everyone is eating tomato soup and grilled cheese sandwiches. And our regular breakfasts are oatmeal. And the point that I'm trying to make is that we're eating simply, but there's a constant effort to reflect. After athletics, we reflect. After a road trip, we reflect. So simple living, high thinking. I want to share one more extension of this before we get into Thoughtful Thursdays. Yesterday I told you a story about Raja Parikshita. How many of you remember what was he wearing on his head when he was reacting? He was wearing a gold crown. He thought he was better than everyone else, and so he could put people down. But when he took this gold crown off, it's almost like he became equal to everyone, and he realized he made a mistake in thinking he was superior to anyone. In his realization, he prayed to be corrected, and he was. The word parikshita comes from pariksha, which means the one who examines, the one who doesn't take for granted. They want to know, why should I do this? Why is this happening? What is creation? Who is the creator? So all of you as middle schoolers, you are like Raja Pariksha. You are not taking school for granted. You're not taking your relationships for granted. You want to know why. When you share that with your parents, they get frustrated, correct? In Stepping Stones, we encourage this. You should ask your parents why even more. Maybe it will help them to reflect as well. So I shared about a yatra, I shared about Raja Parikshita, and now our questions. Our first question is coming from a seeker from Raleigh. Her name is Varsha. I may have known her since she was a middle schooler, and so she's going to ask a question live. Varsha?
Hari Om Vivekji, how can I be better at not contributing to or engaging in gossip?
How can one not add to gossip? How can one not engage in gossip? For everyone who's joining us in Stepping Stones, how many of you can relate to this question? How many of you have been gossiped against? A lot. And it feels bad when you're gossiped against. In fact, it feels bad when you gossip, so the question is very relevant. The higher way to think about this is, to reflect on what it feels like to be gossiped against. Please remind me to tell you a story when I have more time about how when I moved to the ashram, people had these preconceived notions about me. One was so radical, they thought I liked and was good at using computers. Like, how did that gossip go from Niagara Falls to Mumbai and to be so untrue? And then I got stuck using a computer as part of my Narayana Seva. So when we reflect on how bad it makes us feel, the chances of us engaging in it, contributing to it, is much less. Now, my lower response to this is, before you speak, pause, and in your mind, chant, Ram, 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 and then speak. What will automatically happen? You will be responsive rather than reactive. Reactive people gossip, responsive people don't. Plus, now you've made your thoughts positive, so what's going to come out of your mouth? The chances of this being positive is much higher. Fair? I hope you sense when I speak in Stepping Stones that I'm not speaking sporadically or randomly or meaninglessly. Some of you think that, even though I'm not. So I'm also chanting Ram, 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 share. Ram, 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 share. One more question. This question is coming from a seeker from Toronto. His name is Apar, and he also is going to ask a live question.
Hari Om Vivekji. I feel that the students at school who are most popular are part of clubs, are part of teams, are part of student council, and I find difficulty because they're always popular and I feel like I'm not always liked. How can I feel better about myself through school?
Yeah. How many of you can relate to this question? If this wasn't being recorded, I would give Apar a different answer. Which I will share with him afterwards. but for the sake of not getting into trouble, here's my higher response, Apar. The first is, if you love yourself, you stop needing the love of others. If you like yourself, you stop needing the likes of others. So really work hard and smart and sattvic on figuring out your strengths, figuring out your potential, and for those who really want to think about this, figuring out your nature. If you can do that, you will like yourself more, and the chances of other people liking you is much, much, much higher. Now, my lower response is, when I was in high school, I was our high school's treasurer. And the way I got to be the treasurer is because I became friends with someone who was the vice president. And she had essentially coached me on what it means to be part of student council, how to be on student council, matters like that. So if there's something that you want to be better at, find someone who is better than you at that and learn from them. Have them as a mentor, formally, informally. Again, remind me later to tell you a story about Ekalavya as well. He did the same. These are systematic ways for you to like yourself more, for others to like you more as well. Keep asking your questions on Padlet. All of these questions are great. There's no question which is irrelevant or redundant. I'm using big words that someone in grade 5 may not understand. So there's no question that I don't like. So you can ask whatever you want. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti hi. Be happiness.